Welcome back, IT 101 students. This is Professor Lee here, and I want to do another video tutorial, more so specifically um, how to actually do the textbook project. I've been a lot of emails from students and asking me, I don't even know where to start. It's kind of confusing to me. I'm not very tech savvy, and that's okay. And once you get the hang of the textbook project, it gets a lot easier. So I thought I would just do a video tutorial on exactly how to do the textbook assignments. And this isn't for you to just watch this video and just do the assignment. It's actually for you to learn how to do the assignments. Alright, there's a big difference here. You can use it as a reference point. This will be on textbook project 1. However, don't rely on this to do your homework. Alright, actually learn what I'm trying to teach here. So of course, go to modules. We're going to go and do textbook project 1. Go ahead and load this. And I'm doing this as if I was a student, alright? So everything I do here is going to be the same exact steps that you guys would do, alright? Alright, we're going to hit start. Always remember to read these instructions. I mean, it may seem repetitive, but always read them. I remember you have 3 attempts. Alright, hit start. I'm going to click this. You need to use this file. Alright, I'll explain that in the textbook and how that works, but go ahead and click this. Usually a little download link will show up in the bottom left corner. Like I said, I always prefer using Google Chrome. If not Google Chrome, it's up to your choice, but Google Chrome is the most supported browser for MindTap. Open your file here. And what I like to do is try to get organized. Most of you guys I have 2 screens. However, for the purposes of just showing you, what I like to do is I like to snap my windows like so. And it's not doing it on mine, but go ahead and just organize it like that. So I have both screens readily available. Hit enable editing. For those of you using a laptop, you may not be able to do that just because you have a smaller screen. If you have a bigger screen, such as using a computer at the computer lab, you're able to do this. Instructions. Open your textbooks to the chapter listed below. Read the chapter and complete the project as instructed in the text. So you're going to go ahead and look at this here. Alright, I'm at Word Module 1 creating a new document. Your textbook is located right here. Alright, and then you get your full ebook. For those who prefer the ebook, that's your ebook function right there. Chapters, creating and editing a Word document. I want to go ahead and reiterate a couple things. Some of these you don't actually have to do, such as 1.1, you can read that, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. You don't have to do those. These are more so just the links that they provide for you to create the document. However, we actually already provide you the document, right? So you're going to want to start at 1.5, and it's probably going to be familiar with most of the projects. So just keep that in mind later down the road when you see saving a document or setting up the Word window or Excel window or PowerPoint window. Don't have to do any of those things, alright? Just go ahead and find the place where it just wants you to start the document. It's usually going to be after saving blank, right? Saving a document, saving a spreadsheet. If that makes sense. Another thing is here, don't have to create an envelope for this one. This wants to preview and printing document. You'll never have to print anything in this class or create an envelope. Just go ahead and your cutoff point is going to be 110 for this one, but feel free to ask me questions if you are ever questioning about what to do. Just email me, but for this purpose, you do not have to do 111 or 112. Alright, so go ahead, 1.5. Go ahead and read the text letters. Type in a Word document period at the current location, the blinking insertion point. Go ahead, next page. Insert a date with on complete. Right, first item in a block style business letter is the date. Leo plans to send the letter to JLo on February 20. So you need to insert the date into the document. To do so, you can take advantage of autocomplete, a word feature that automatically inserts dates. So what this does is you type a fraction of a word, you press enter, and the whole word comes out. As you can see, that's kind of the overview of what you're doing in 1.5. To insert the dates, right? Type FEBR, and as you can see, FEBR, right? And the screen will show up as it says. A screen tip appears above the letters in figure 1.6. February is a completed word. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter to complete the word. As you can see, FEBR turns into February. Alright, autocomplete will do that for you, which is nice. I've already pressed the enter key. So just always remember to read through these things, right? Each instruction will probably be most likely under a highlighted number, as you can see, 2 and then 3, alright? So what it wants me to do is press spacebar, type 20, comma, 2017. Alright, press enter twice, leaving a blank paragraph between the date and the line. I will say, really make sure you follow these instructions, right? Press spacebar, type 20 comma space 2017. All right. If you put 2 spaces, if you don't enter a space, you don't enter. If you don't press enter twice, you will get marked wrong on a lot of these assignments. So, very attention in detail. Please follow the instructions. All right. As you can see here, this is it. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the next page. 15B. Continue to type a block style letter. Overview at the top. Type with the following information, pressing enter after the enter key after each time. So Jayla Brooks 2532 Brandy Wine Trail Wilmington DE 19802. Remember to press the enter key after you enter the after you type the zip code. I hit enter. Alright. It says your screen should look like figure 17. So I'll compare mine, alright, with this. Also, you don't need these. Don't worry about having these. You don't need them. I don't prefer them. If you like these, read the first two pages in your textbook, and it'll tell you exactly how to get these. These are just indicators to let you know where the spaces are, where the enters are entered. Don't need them. So, but if you like them, you're more welcome to use them. So go ahead and right here. All right, now it says, "Dear Jayla." All right, press enter. Okay. Enclosed, you will find my appraisal of your jazz and classical collection. Enter. As you can see, always enter the little periods as well. Okay. Press space bar, which I have. Then type the following sentence in the period. I've included a price for each album as well as a bid for the complete collection. You can see a little correction there. And then I go ahead and hit save right here, right? And quick access, save it. Always save periodically. I have it saved. Next. Typing a hyperlink. Like I said, overview here. I highly recommend you guys read that. However, for this purpose, I'm going ahead and just continue on. Press the space bar, right? Which I already have done. If you have any questions, you can contact me at Villa Rio Records at cengage.com. And I know I misspelled it, so I'm going to go ahead and just always review, right? Villa Rio Records at cengage.com, and then enter the period at the end. Alright. Press enter, says number 2, press the enter key. Alright, as you can see, or converts the email address to a hyperlink with a blue font underlined. That means if you send this to a professor, or if you send this to a job recruiter, they can go and click this in their Word document, and they will be able to directly pull an email, whatever email application they can. So that's really helpful for professors and recruiters, pretty much anyone you want them to know have your email. So there's that. Position the mouse pointer over the hyperlink, a screen tip indicating that you could press and hold the control key and then click. I just explained what that does, so you can do that. You don't need to do that. You can if you want, but you do not need to. Alright, with the mouse pointer position over the hyperlink, right click. That is pressing with the right mouse button a shortcut menus with a command related to the working hyperlink. You can right click as many times in the window to display a shortcut menu with the commands related to the item you right clicked, right-clicked. I'm sorry. The mini toolbar also appears when you right-click or select text, giving you easy access to buttons. All right, so just to show you, oops. All right, you can see your options here. All right, you can edit, open, copy, and remove, etc., etc. All right. 5. Remove the hyperlink. Alright, so what it wants you to do is now apply what you just learned. It wants you to remove the hyperlink. Alright, where did we see that? We saw it in the shortcut menu. Alright, remove hyperlink. Okay. As always, save. Next. 1.6. Alright, 1.6. Using the undo redo buttons. Like always, summary here. Please read that. Okay. As you can see, press the up key once, and then press the right key as necessary to move between the C and the word complete. Alright, so you can see here, complete. Alright, I'm right here. I'm going to type a C as it tells me to do so. Alright. Now it tells me I can't show you my keyboard, but now it tells you to hold Control and the delete key to delete the word complete. Okay. Type entire as a replacement, alright, and press the spacebar. I already did press the spacebar, so I don't need to do that. Okay. Now, the undo button, as you learned in your training, is right here. Alright. Now it wants me to hit the undo until the word entire is removed from the sentence. Alright, so do that. Click the undo button again to restore the word complete. Okay. There we go. Alright. It's really helpful if you make some errors or mistakes, you add something you don't like, you want to hit the undo button, and you're able to go back. Alright. Click the redo button twice. And okay. The word entire replaces complete in the document. Alright, so so it reads for the entire collection. For the entire collection. Alright. Press and control, hold the control key and press end to move the insert pointer to the blank paragraph at the end of the document. So what I'm going to do is control end, alright, and there you go, right there. Hit save as always. Alright, next. Correcting errors of types. I was doing that kind of throughout this tutorial. You're able to do that as well. Correcting errors as you type. Read the summary. 1. Type the following sentence from the insertion point. Alright. As we discussed, right, I did not include prices for your Brazilian jazz album because vinyl was in such poor shape. Everything else is in excellent condition. Alright. As you can see here on my ebook, this isn't capitalized. Alright. This has an extra I. The is spelled wrong. Alright. Everything else, 2 double insertion words is in excellent condition. As you can see, and in Word, it highlights that information here. Alright. So go ahead and read that. Okay, so one thing we want to do is highlight, right click your, alright. That's the wrong your. We're going to click this one, right? Basic grammar stuff right there. Shortcut menu, alright. I misspelled Brazilian, not on purpose, just kidding. This already corrected for me because I have presettings to correct that. Vinyl, alright. Alright. Else. Delete repeated word. It's an excellent condition. Alright. So, pretty simple the stuff there. Alright. Hit save, as always. Proofreading a document. Right click Baranov. Alright. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find. Oops, I think I must have skipped a step here. After you, let me just make sure I didn't skip something here. I did skip something. I made a mistake. Easy, I make a mistake here. I hit enter without entering right here. So, As always, follow directions, control ends. Alright, take me to the end of the document, press enter. Sincerely yours, including the comma, enter 3 times, 1, 2, 3, Leo Baranov. I hope I said that right. Press the enter key. Okay, because the word Leo's last name is not in the word dictionary, a wavy line appears. You can ignore this for now. Don't worry about it. Type your first, middle, and last initials in lowercase. Okay, mine's Justin, say Lee. Alright. Then press the enter key. Alright. Autocorrect wrongly assumes your first initial is the first letter of a new sentence and changes to uppercase. If your initials do not form a word, a red wavy line will appear under it. You can ignore this for now. Okay. On the quick axis toolbar, click the undo. Word reverses the changes, replacing an uppercase initial with a lowercase one. Alright. So you can see it's capital J, lowercase. Okay. Type enclosure at this point. Alright. So I'm going to type enclosure. And as you can see, mine looks fairly similar. It's really hard to see. Mine looks fairly similar to this one. Alright. Save the document. Next, proofreading. Go ahead and read this. As always, 1. Right-click Baranov. Okay. On the shortcut menu, click Ignore All to indicate the word should ignore the word Baranov each time it occurs. So when you're writing a document and you're addressing someone and they have a last name that's not unique to the dictionary, right? And we all know we have various last names. You can hit Ignore All, and it tells Word anytime that word comes up, the wave line. Don't have the wave line appear because that is correct. Alright, so ignore all. As you can see, it's gone. If you see a wave line under your initials, right click, same thing. Okay, ignore all. Read the entire letter to proofread it. Of course, proofread it. Alright, I think I'm right. Hopefully I am. Proofread it. Save the document. Okay, save. Next page. Adjusting paragraph and line spacing. Okay, really important you read this. Okay, really important. This is where I see a lot of people get points wrong here. Read that, please. This whole portion. Move the pointer to the white space to the left of Jayla Brooks until it changes to a right-facing arrow. Okay, so this one gets kind of confusing. Okay, move the pointer to the white space to the left. Okay, to a right-facing arrow. As you can see right here, it goes from the cursor to this. Okay. Click the mouse button, entire name, including the paragraph symbol, after it is selected. Alright, so as you can see how I did that. Do it again. Translate this over to a right mouse. Click like that. Those are selected. As you can see, it's just like the figure 114. Press and hold the mouse button, drag the pointer down and select the next paragraph inside the line address as well, and then release the mouse button. The name and the street address selected as well as the paragraph marked at the end. You do not select the paragraph containing the city and zip because you do not need to change its paragraph settings, or spacings, I'm sorry. So, once again, mine's already done. As you see, I have a little space that's indicating a paragraph entering. Alright. In the paragraph group, on the home tab, click the line and paragraph spacing button. Right, where is that? Right here. Okay, you learned that in your training. Okay. At the moment you are interested only in the paragraph spacing options, your goal is to move the default 8 points of space after the first 2 paragraphs inside the address. So, in the paragraph group, click the line of spacing. I'm going to follow this direction here. A menu of line spacing options appear with 2 paragraph spacing options at the bottom. Right? You have add space before paragraph, remove space after paragraph. Right? At this moment, you're only interested in the paragraph spacing options. Your goal is to remove the default 8-point space after the 2 paragraphs in the first address. All right. So number 6, click remove space paragraph. Okay. This menu closes. It automatically does that. Double click your initials to select them. Alright. Select the paragraph following after as well. In the paragraph group, click the line and paragraph spacing button. Click remove space after paragraph. Alright, same thing. Remove space after paragraph. Okay, then click anywhere in the document to select your initials, as I've done. Always read this. Click to the right of the V in Baranov. Okay, right. Press Shift and Enter keys. Okay, Shift, Enter. All right, indicating a manual break line. Okay, and what that does is, for example, if I were to just hit Enter, you can see a little space of a gap right there. Right. What this does is it's a manual break line. Okay, so this removes the spacing after it. So you can hit Shift and Enter to do that. Type Purchasing Manager. Okay. Leo's title now appears directly below his name with no intervening paragraph spacing, just like the line address, just like the lines of the inside address. Save the document as always. Okay, insight, a little bit information about paragraphs. Next, on the ribbon, click the View tab. So we're gonna do that. Okay, in the Zoom group, Zoom right here. Okay, there's a one-page button. Okay. But I want to click that. Everything's on one page. As you can see, it's very similar. Please read this. Okay, for time purposes, I'm going to go and continue. On the ribbon, okay, up here, click the Layout tab. Right, click the Layout tab. Okay, has options to adjust the document. In the Page Setup group, click the Margins. All right, Margins is here, and then this will show up as well. Follow through in the margins gallery. You can choose different little varieties of margins. Now what this wants to do for this assignment is click custom margins. Alright, the page setup dialog shows up. Okay, please read this. Okay, a lot of the times you will kind of browse through and you'll see the bolded, and after you click that you'll just go to the next one. This one says the page setup dialog opens with the margins tabs displayed. Excuse me. The default margin settings are displayed in the box at the top of the Margins tab. The top margin of 1 inch is already selected for you to type a new margin setting. If it's not at 1 inches, make it 1 inch. Alright. Sometimes with some computers they'll have a preset of 0.5 or 1.5, but make sure for this purpose it's 1. Alright. For now. In the top box in the margins, type 2.5. Alright, you do not need to type the inch mark. So I'm going to go ahead and type 2.5, click out. Okay. You don't have to worry about the inch mark. It will automatically do that for you later on. As you can see. Press OK. Alright, we've done OK. Change the zoom back to level 1 to 120. So we'll go ahead and do that. 120. Save the document. Alright, go ahead and read that after you're done. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. You don't actually have to do this portion, preview printing document. Because most of you guys are online, you won't have to actually do any of this stuff. Go ahead, ignore this. Okay, anytime it tells you to print something, ignore it. Alright, creating an envelope, ignore this. A lot of you are asking me, where do I enter my envelope? You don't need to do this. Alright, you don't need to do this. And that is the end of Textbook Project 1. I want to reiterate something here. When you click this, alright, as you can see in this module, there's two projects. Alright, as you can see, review, you have a session 1.1 quick checker, which I highly recommend you doing. However, you don't have to do that portion. And you can see right below you have session 1.2, and this is the start of your second project. Alright, opening executive document, you don't have to do that because, like I said before, we provide you that document. Alright, so you start at 116. Don't worry about the 126 chapter review. You can do these if you want, but you do not need to do those. Alright, so my project's done here. I'm going to keep this open. I'm going to close this. I'm ready to turn this in. And right here it tells me I have to have a certain file name, right? So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this, and now I'm going to go File, right? Save As, so you can change the file name. Okay, this PC. Okay, and then wherever you want to save your file, I recommend you getting an IT101 folder. You can do, you can right click. This is for the future. You can go folder IT101, right? Click that. Now you have an IT101 folder on your home computer or your USB drive, either or. And I can just go ahead and hit Control V to type that. So what I did right here is I hit Control C to copy. Control C, copy. All right, highlighted whatever's in here. Control V to paste. and hit save. Alright. Now if I want to, I can go to choose files, desktops, right here. Okay, and I'm ready to submit. Alright, give it a couple seconds here. Assignment submitted. Alright. Simple as that. Once you get the hang of it, you'll understand more about this class. I really wanted to do this before the weekend started because I know many of you want to work ahead and get ahead, which is great. I really recommend that, and makes me happy as a professor knowing that my students want to go ahead and work ahead in the assignments. Like always, message me. I will be gone this weekend, but feel free to message me. I'll reply to you as soon as I can. Thanks.